Welcome to the Marketing Stir podcast by Stirista, probably the most entertaining marketing podcast you're going to put in your ears. I'm Jared Walls, associate producer and Stirista's creative copy manager. The goal of this podcast is to chat with industry leaders to get their take on the current challenges of the market, but also have a little fun along the way. In this episode, Vincent and Ajay chat with Andrew Koenig, president at City Furniture. He tells the story of how his father and uncle's waterbed-selling endeavor evolved into South Florida's #1 furniture retailer. He also goes in depth about the company's supply chain, as well as the rebirth of the waterbed. Ajay's just waking up, and Vincent loves to party. Give it a listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Marketing Stir, brought to you by Stirista. I, of course, am one of your hosts, Vincent Petrofessa, the Vice President of B2B Products and Partnerships here at Stirista. I love doing this podcast, and I'm so glad that Stirista allows me to do it. Stirista, who are we? First of all, we are an identity marketing company. We own our own business-to-business and business-to-consumer databases. We help customers contact those records, email marketing, OTT, connected TV, display, digital. We help you get new customers. Email me, vincent@stirista.com. That is how confident I am. I just gave you my email address. I may regret that. I won't. I'm kidding. I don't have many regrets in life. One regret I don't have certainly is joining this company because of this next man, my CEO, my commander-in-chief here at Stirista. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Ajay Gupta. What's going on, Ajay?
Hey, Vincent, what a cheerful way to start the day. I was just waking up here. So
yeah, you are. It's early there in San Antonio. I'm here in New York. Our guest is calling in from Florida. I know it is early morning here. Well, one of the earlier podcasts that we've done, but it's okay. I've got my creme brulee latte from Starbucks. Starbucks is not a sponsor of the podcast, but if you'd like to send me a gift card to Starbucks, please do. One day we'll get Starbucks. But you know, we don't need Starbucks. We don't need them. AJ, how are you doing this morning? You good?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, it's end of the year, so a lot of stuff going on, but it's all good, busy. We're on track to have a great year, so can't complain too much.
Can't complain indeed. It's been a tumultuous year, but it's been we've been able to weather the storm, right, as of many, hopefully many people have, where we're hoping that, but it is not easy during this time. But I'm very proud to bring you a special guest today, Marketing Stir, because there's a variety of different reasons I love this guest. Family company, serving a need right now, right? A lot of people are wondering what to do with their homes, whether they're at home a little more. The delivery, they're not 12 months back ordered, right? I love this story about this next guest. I love the company, City Furniture, sneak peek. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a warm Marketing Stir welcome to the president of City Furniture, Andrew Koenig. What's going on, Andrew?
Hey, Vincent and AJ. Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it very much.
No problem. It's great having you, Andrew. I love the City Furniture story. I want to dig deeper into it. But for those of the listeners and viewers who don't know City Furniture, tell us about the business.
So we're a family business here in South Florida. Started 49 years ago as a waterbed retailer. We were founded by my father and my uncle, a couple of hippies that essentially were sales associates. They built the waterbeds, they delivered them, they did everything. And, over the last 49 years, we've now grown into South Florida's #1 furniture retailer and working on Central Florida right now and beyond. So, family business, we love what we do. We love everything home furnishings. And, it's a very big passion for us. So.
That's awesome, Andrew. And yes, as far as the retail stores, they're in the South Florida area, but City Furniture, you deliver all over the country. People could go right to the website, cityfurniture.com.
Yep. I got plenty of friends in New York and San Antonio and that have gone to our website, and we ship wherever. So we got a great domestic shipping, international export shipping business. So, we also have about 34 stores here in South and Central Florida. And a good online business. So, we're focused on that long-term growth. So what's different from us, most retailers out there, we buy our land, we build our stores so that we're able to weather through these downturns in the economy, no matter what's coming at us. So we're paying off that mortgage as quickly as possible. It's one of the secret sauces of why we've been around for the last 49 years and hopefully the next 49 years.
Yeah, I love that, and I want to. We'll dig deeper into some of the growth that you've had and some of the plans for the next year and beyond. But Andrew, as president of City Furniture, walk me through some of the day to day. What are you involved in? You work manufacturing. You're working with leases, property. What are you doing?
Yeah, so I mean, we're like any other business. We got a marketing team, a sales team. So I'm working with the heads of all departments: marketing, merchandising, sales, human resources, real estate, technology. So, I try to help our team, set the vision and, support them with the resources and budget and anything they need to really execute those goals. And, I think in my role, one of the most important things is just trying to see 3, 4, 5, 10 years out where the business needs to go and evolve, and just help be there for my direct reports in the C-suite to help them really execute, all their individual departmental strategies to the next levels. I do a lot of work with our vendors. There's a lot of travel and cross-shopping, the competition, not only in the U.S., but around the world. I'm extremely mobile now, more than I've ever thought I'd be with COVID-19. So not as much travel, but I'm to conferences or stuff like that, but still mobile, seeing stores, traveling the country to make sure that, we're on the cutting edge of all aspects of our business. And, man, I'm everywhere.
Love it.
Andrew, growing up, being in a family business environment, is this something you always knew you wanted to do, or was it just expected that you would do it?
Yeah, my father never pressured me one way or the other. I actually wanted to be a professional golfer, went to college for golf and tried to go as far as I could there, and realized that those pro golfers were on another level. And so that was an early dream of mine. And then after I realized it's not going to work out for me, I really surprisingly fell in love with accounting and finance, and really started to realize in college that business was very competitive. And I'm a pretty competitive guy. I love problem solving. I love, trying to be the best at whatever I do. And I really have just had a hunger for business and really taking our business to the next level. And our industry is a really cool industry and a fun industry. Competitive, style, design, technology, retail experience. You get to see customers, physically happy, like on Black Friday weekend. This weekend was awesome to see. So I think I fell in love with business, as soon as I realized I couldn't be a pro golfer, and I've been doing everything in our business ever since. And I really enjoy it. It's not work. It is just 100% passion and love.
That's great. Similar story here. I wanted to be a professional tennis player until I realized in college how difficult it's going to be.
Cool.
So kind of how has the brand become kind of where it is today? Is there kind of marketing secret that you guys have, brand building? Tell us a little bit about how you guys have come to where you are today.
Yeah. So to be honest, I think being in South Florida, kind of like New York or in LA, like I think you get to see some of the best brands, the best styles, kind of where markets are going, where consumers are going from a design standpoint. So I think, that has influenced our brand ever since the very beginning. And really, we've been very fortunate to be based out of South Florida. And I think we were more gut, and now we're getting, last 4 or 5 years, more analytical. We do customer personas, journey maps. We do research studies, brand tracking surveys. We're constantly asking our questions in the market. What's going on? How are they shopping? What do they like? What do they don't like? And I think what's also helped over the last 4 or 5 years, our team has really gotten a lot younger. So with our older expertise on our team, which is extremely important in all aspects of our business, and with this younger millennial leader in our organization and just millennials period in our company, I think together we've worked together to create a pretty on on target brand marketing strategy, more data, more science, but still with some of that old school gut and feel, and constantly check and adjust.
Andrew, first of all, I love the story. It's like two hippies, yeah, I guess hippies, waterbed. Do waterbeds even, this is not my question, not one of my official questions, but do waterbeds still exist?
Yeah, we actually reinvented it a couple of years ago. We brought it back. We partnered with the inventor of the waterbed. They're on our floors right now in all of our showrooms, and I actually sleep on one of my guest bedrooms.
That's awesome.
Whenever my kids kick me out of my bed. And it's some of the best sleep I get because you just float. It's awesome. The brand is called Afloat.
Afloat. That is awesome. That is awesome. Andrew, because this is the marketing stir, we do like to get down into the nitty gritty and just, you've been successful, and we want to share with our listeners, what are some of the marketing channels that you use, locally and then nationally to increase your business, increase new customers' awareness?
I think we're pretty much on all marketing channels. We're online, digital TV, paid social, you name it. All digital advertising methodologies, streaming services, radio. We use billboards. Direct mail is still important to us. We do catalogs. Our catalog's one of the most profitable things we do from an ROI standpoint. Traditional TV, local TV. So we're fortunate that our business is been doing well these last few years. So we're really trying to be as efficient as possible in all channels. And we have a great analytics team that constantly provides our marketers data to see how we're doing and where we're making gains and where we're not, and readjusting our budget and changing our models so that we can continuously improve. So we're pretty much everywhere.
And Andrew, you talked about efficiency. One of the things I read about City Furniture is your fleet, your shipping fleet. Talk about is it like the Teslas, right? I would love to hear more about the Tesla semis.
Yeah, so we're one of the very few furniture retailers in the country where our fleet is actually our drivers. We're really proud of that. And we pay them well, great health insurance, you name it. So, controlling that last mile experience is really critical. So once we made that leap, we really put the time and energy to have the right green trucks. So all of our delivery trucks are compressed natural gas. We did just partner with Tesla, ordered a whole bunch of Tesla semis that we're actually probably going to double or triple orders because there's a lot of with 3-4 warehouses in South and Central Florida. There's you can imagine a lot of inventory floating back and forth to all of our warehouses. So those semis are going to be really, really critical for us.
And Andrew, how has the pandemic affected your business, both retail and online?
The pandemic, obviously mid-March, early April, big scare, and everything being shut down, stores being shut down. At that time, that was still about 95% of our sales were coming through stores. But then we have a really strong technology platform, and so a lot of that business shifted online. Once we realized, and I think once consumers realized this stay-at-home economy, the shift to people staying home, their importance to their home was higher than ever. It's now their restaurant, it's now their staycation, it's now their homeschooling. I think as those trends in consumer behavior started happening in April, May, June, we started to see our sales come back. And with the strong technological background, online presence, web chat, sales phone calls, we were doing virtual appointments. All of our sales associates, 900 of them, have sales iPads. We're walking around the store, showing the customers the product. They're literally asking us to stand in front of it, to visualize the height, the width, whatever. And we offered, when it was appropriate, we offered in-store safe online, one-store private appointments. So technology was really absolutely core to helping us adopt to this consumer behavior. And then the customer was just buying in 20 different ways that we didn't expect. And, furniture is pretty essential when you're being asked to stay at home. So demand really picked up through the roof, and happy to say we're actually on track. Now, fast forward, we're in November, we're on track to beat our original goals that we set in January, pre-pandemic, that we even knew was coming. So, but overall, the home is more important than ever. Huge shift in share of wallet to the home. Anything to do with home. If you try to get a pool right now, try to get your roof done. It's like it's a 1 to 2 year waiting list, I've heard, all across the country. So our business is in great need and great demand. I watched a lot of little old ladies walk into our store, even during the pandemic, saying, "I need a freaking mattress. This is essential to me. Give me. I need a mattress today." So I think a lot of furniture retailers out there, we had to close down from state mandates and such. But furniture is pretty essential when you're asked to stay at home all the time.
And for those of us who have not had a chance to go to one of your retail locations, can you tell us a little bit about, what is the audience that you cater to? Is it kind of mid-market? Is it higher priced furniture? How would you kind of describe the furniture that you are selling?
Yeah, so our boxes for our stores are really big. Where our newer model is around 120,000 square foot store. So really huge store, bigger, sometimes bigger than a Home Depot. And so we have all price points. You want starting price point. We cater big time in that middle market. And then we'll have kind of what we call lower high end. We don't want to go too high. That's a different clientele, but we really cater to a pretty large market. And then within there, we have different lifestyles. We have modern, we have coastal, we have traditional, even though traditional is slowly dying off here, but we have multiple styles within there. So we're really trying to cater to whatever furniture needs and budget you really have. Unless you're the ultra high end, you might not shop us. But so that kind of gives you an idea of what we're trying to sell. And we're big into home accidents. Some furniture retailers around the country don't go after the home accident base. We really believe in it. So we want to get that repeat shopping as much as possible.
Got it. Great. And
sorry, go ahead, Ajay.
And then for the kind of the brick and mortar store experience, obviously personally for me, buying furniture, it's very important. Other types of retail are shutting down or pretty minimized as to what they used to be. How do you see kind of the future of the traditional brick and mortar versus online?
So for the furniture retail space, you buy a sofa every like 4 to 8 years. I think the average American's around every 8 years. So that's a lot different than going to a store like once a week. Oh, I got to go back to the store. Right. Like you're buying a sofa every 4 to 8 years. It's not that big of a hassle to drive 15 minutes to a store. So the store is still super critical. And then I would say, but just like we saw in the pandemic, my wife, she wants to shop when she wants to shop, where she wants to shop, and you better be able to execute that shopping experience however she wants, when she wants it. I can't understand her, but she's like typical mom, just on her own agenda, and you got to have the ability to do whatever. So we need that big box. So when she wants to come into that store and shop and see everything and get in, get out, but we also have to have that online capability to have a quick, seamless, fast, awesome customer experience. And that's where we see the world. Who knows where the percentage of shift, how much is in store, how much is online. I could tell you from this past Black Friday weekend, I've never seen furniture stores as busy all across the markets that I competitively shopped. And, it is a very emotional purchase. It's a big ticket. Who I want to touch and feel. If I'm going to spend $500, I still buy my TVs, to Best Buy because I want to go talk to the sales guy and buy it, touch it. It's a big dollar amount for me. Some people are different, but I think we're prepared for both.
We've spoken to some other retailers and e-commerce companies. And for me personally, I like, regardless of the product, like certain things, you can order online. If I need diapers for my little one, I don't need to go to a store and get that. But there's certain things, even for me, clothing, especially furniture. I'm a Best Buy guy too. I go in and I'm, asking questions about the TV. And so my question is, I mean, you've were born into the business, you know, right? This is, so you've seen it all these years. Tell us a few major changes that you've noticed from like when, you know, your father and uncle first started the business to now. Like, what have you noticed? Like, oh, wow, this is really different. And this is the, you know, the way it happened.
Yeah, I think, I've been with us full time for the last 16 years. I would say technology's at the forefront. That comes to my mind to that question. You know, we say this all the time. We're trying to become a technology company that sells furniture, not a furniture company that has some technology. I mean, that's our kind of mindset, is we need to be very data driven, very technological savvy. If we want to really execute at the highest levels in the furniture retail game. We know, we're not, and this is no disrespect to any of our competitors, but the big, 800-pound gorilla is Amazon, and we got to be on that level of data-driven, continuous improvement, capabilities and technologies at the forefront of that. So I think over the last 15 years, huge investments there in all aspects of our business, every single department. Okay. So the other one, I would say the evolution of our brand, of really trying to appeal to, a cooler, hipper. I'm 37. I do not want to be the old school furniture store. I want to be that H&M, that hip, stylish furniture store that everybody says is a cool spot that everybody loves to go. We got wine bars. You want to walk to our store with a beer and shop and have a design experience for your design. We want you to have a phenomenal, beautiful, cool shopping experience with really fantastic salespeople that would just cater to your every need. So I think that brand customer experience has been something that we've definitely worked on, and we are seeing that we are being hip, we are being cool, and we're just as good at the West Elms or the Crate and Barrels in our market, and really, having that style brand component. I don't know if that makes any sense.
No, it doesn't. It kind of leads me into my next question. It was, you touched upon it, Andrew, but, how would you say City Furniture differentiates themselves from some of the bigger brands out there?
Yeah, I think, our big, beautiful stores, all the product in the world, great prices, great style. I mean, I hate to be cliche and just say it's all about the product and the pricing, but our product's gorgeous. The price is awesome. The quality is awesome. We actually have it in stock. And if you want same day, next day, that's a really hard thing to compete against. And we got great salespeople that will really, again, it's a very big purchase for a lot of people. So we got great salespeople that will just take great care of you through that entire, and for some scary experience to spend a lot of money and make sure you get what you need. And so I think, the product, the pricing, the quality, the style, great customer experience in store, and then that fast delivery is pretty key. I mean, you see it with Amazon. They're focusing on just the core things, right? Just, all right, 2 day to 1 day to same day. We just need to continuously focus on getting faster, quicker, better with our customers, and we'll continuously grow this business. But I think that we're doing it with style. So if you check out our catalog, if you check out our website, if you check out our social platforms, you're seeing that we're doing it with style. And we're looking cool, in my opinion. I'm really proud of our marketing creative team taking us to the next level.
And Andrew, it sounds to me, you actually had me at beer in a furniture store. Yeah. I don't think I've seen that before. So, I mean, in a place like Texas, I could see that going over very well, right? We like to have our drinks at all times. Are there any plans to expand locations in other states as well?
Oh, yeah. But, again, we're a family business. We want to expand, but we got 2,500 family members at City, and we want to do it very carefully. We didn't plan for COVID-19, but we knew something was coming, and we were able to get through it without a piece of cake. So I think we're going to expand as fast as we can, carefully, to protect our people and grow our business and be able to weather whatever storm's coming, which we know is coming. We just don't know when or where or what. And I think this year's a perfect example of that. So we're pretty focused on executing Central Florida right now, and then growing north into Georgia after that. But But my uncle always said something that I love. And he said, we're not here to be the biggest, we're here to be the best. And I think if we stay focused on that, we'll continue to be the number one, furniture retail in all markets that we're at. So that's how we're keeping the eye on the prize.
And then you've been president now for 2 years. So what's been kind of like a highlight or shining moment for you that you're really proud of?
So amongst a lot of the things we talked about, the last 2 years, we really executed what we call our 5% giving pledge. A few years ago, we looked at our donation, our charitable givings in our community. We're really tied into our community. That's something that's really important to us. It's our seventh value, giving back. And I think we branded all the community support. We call it the 5% giving pledge because we've now made it a public pledge to our community that we'll give back a minimum of 5% of our profits to the community, local community. So I think that growing our business and giving more to the community locally has strengthened our brand within the community. And I think it's strengthened the culture within city. So I think I'm proud to kind of, help our marketing team put that together. And I think all of us feel like every day we're coming to work and we're really living our purpose, which is to enrich people's lives and make the world a better place. And really that's it. So I feel like, we're not a business just trying to slang furniture and just make some money. Like we're really trying to do good in the world. So I'm really proud of that in the last 2 years. The second one in the last 2 years is really executing our 2040 green promise, which is committing to get to carbon neutral by 2040. And so those Tesla semis, 100% of our fleet compressed natural gas. We just signed a contract. 5 stores are now powered by solar panels, 100%, renewable energy. I mean, I can go on and on about all of the efforts we're doing on 2040 Green Promise. And that's another feel good, man. We're not here just selling furniture. We're actually living our purpose, both on the philanthropic side as well as the green side. And I think I'm really proud of like what that's making all of us feel in our hearts every day when we come to work. That's what I would say.
I love that. That was going to kind of be my next questions. I knew of those two initiatives and I wanted to talk about those, but you touched on them so beautifully. Talk to me, Andrew, about a highlight or a shining moment you would say in the last few years, 5-10 years for you personally, at City Furniture. Love to learn more about that.
Yeah. So I think, what I would say is when we went from South Florida to Orlando, which is Central Florida, it's a new big market. And now we have the number 1, number 2 stores in that market, very quickly. We're on track to be, the number 1 furniture retailer on the market. That was a really proud moment for our company. We knew we've been doing it in South Florida for many years, but to go into a new market with your brand, with all the hard work that you've done down here, it was a big shining moment for all of us and something that I think we're all excited to kind of take across the country, carefully, strategically. But that was a really, what are they going to think of us? And, I'm real proud the last year or two, we're definitely growing our market share there and being a number 1 furniture retailer in a market that didn't know you, our unaided brand awareness was like 1 or 2%. And it's grown dramatically. And I think that was a proud moment for us all, I'd say, in the last 5 years.
That's awesome. And Andrew, the expansion of additional stores, I know that's on the horizon, which, you're not hearing many retailers like, oh, we're putting up new stores. That you don't hear. Talk to me about that. Some initiatives for the new year. Is it to really also build out the national and the e-commerce presence even more?
Yeah, so I'll back up a little bit. Our team has executed so well through the pandemic. We actually bought a lot of real estate throughout the pandemic. So we're definitely looking to catapult our growth next year, the next couple of years, into our existing markets, our Central Florida markets, our new Tampa market. So that's our big focus right now. But it's building those big, beautiful stores in those markets and really just executing a flawless customer experience with fast delivery and great people all around it. As we're doing that, you're absolutely right. Our online presence will get more stronger in markets that in our core, outside of our core markets, so that we can ship faster, quicker, easier, anywhere in the U.S. and beyond. Export's a huge opportunity as well. So yeah, you'll see us put more time and energy in those areas as well.
And Andrew, what does kind of your day-to-day look like? Are you going to different retail locations? Tell us a little bit about, what president's job looks like for you.
Yeah, so I think, I got a real tight communication strategy with the C-suite. So we do daily calls every day at 9:30. So we're getting the pulse of the business. We're checking our KPIs. How do we do yesterday, week, month, year? Understanding what gaps we have, what problems we have, and then breaking, right? And then everybody's going, doing their thing, solving problems. I also do a lot of touch points throughout the organization. So I'll visit our showrooms this Black Friday weekend, visit every showroom, visit our warehouses, high-fived as many people as I possibly could, thank them for everything they do. And, obviously keep my ear out for what are the problems, what are the issues, how can I help? And then I'll be in a lot of competitor stores. I'll be on a lot of websites. You can't see it, but around me, I'm scanning the furniture retail world, and might be online, but I'm trying to get that pulse and energy and just that complete overview of what's happening within city, what's happening within the furniture industry, and then hopefully getting with our top team to make sure that our plans, our strategies, our vision are still on point. And then once we do get aligned, every month we're really just checking in and making sure that every department's on track to execute those plans. Now more than ever, I'm learning a lot more about technology, data analytics, development. I'm getting integrated more into the sprints and the teams and hanging out with those our tech teams to really make sure we're really on fire there, because think we're a 49-year retailer, right? We've been doing deliveries for a long time. We've been doing sales processes for a long time. We know that world really well, but now we need to really get the technology folks with the sales associates to make that process even better, or the delivery drivers even better. So integrating our technology within our systems, our people, our processes, and really taking those people and processes and experiences to the next level is kind of like where I'm spending a lot more of my time and energy. So a lot more technology, a lot more conferences related to anything to do with technology. And then, I talked about it, all that community stuff is still absolutely core. I try to be a face in our local markets to make sure that they know that we're not a brand that's just in your market selling you furniture. Like, we're here to do good. So I'm on quite a few boards, and trying to raise a lot of money in a lot of different important causes for our community. So I think, I hate to say it's like a little of everything, but I feel good with what we're doing. Now, my job is to make sure my direct reports are awesome. And I'm very fortunate to have built a pretty strong team here over the last, X number of years, and they make my job easier. So I can let them roll, just, let them execute their thing and just be there for when they need me.
So yeah, Andrew, I think you touched on a pretty big topic here. So much like you, I'm 36. Hate to say that because I always think I'm 28. But I think one of the things people say about millennials is they really don't want to work at a place just to do a job, even if it pays them well. They need a cause or something they can see the company really get behind. So makes a whole lot of sense on what you're doing and the track you're taking there.
Yeah, and I think a lot of our associates see the good work in the community and just motivates them more to do better. And I've had conversations with associates like, I wish I had some money to, donate for that cause. I'm like, don't worry about it. You work for Citi. Like, that's what we do. By helping grow our business, you're helping the community. You're doing your part. Don't worry about it. Everybody's in a different financial situation, but when you work here, you're going to help the world get greener, and you're going to help the community in some really important causes that they need some help. So that's one of the other things I do, is really make sure that I understand what's going on within the community to make sure we are participating in the big things. Like, obviously what happened this summer with the Black Lives Matter movement, that was a great reflection for our business. We always had made progress on diversity and inclusion, but anybody can easily push me and say, you haven't done enough. And I would say, you're right. So I think that's an area where our entire South Florida community is really, a lot of the CEOs down here realize that we got to step up our game. CEOs of Spirit Airlines and, some of the best businesses that are out there down here. And now that the whole City Furniture team knows that we're stepping up, we're trying to be actually the example in South Florida of what an organization looks like when it comes to diversity and inclusion. And I think everybody watches that and says, okay, that just makes me a little bit more proud to work here and work my butt off on Black Friday weekend or whatever it may be.
And Andrew, one of the big things with retail experience is just the sales staff that greets you or does not greet you when you walk into the store. So what kind of training do you do with your salespeople? How do you train them to be kind of that friendly, inclusive environment that you're describing?
Yeah, great question. So number one, we have a really awesome learning and development team that's constantly training our new hires and then retraining our veterans and a lot of those skill sets. We got a lot of surveys that provide us feedback on how well we're doing. And I think we pride ourselves of not being the pushy sales team, but being the strong, professional, build a relationship with you and take care of you forever sales team. And I think, we set goals appropriately so that we're not over pressuring our teams to just create a relationship and be there for each other. We got some cool, slick processes that we do to make sure it's a non-pushy environment. And I think we're also doing daily role plays. We do a lot of role plays. I love this. We always say that even the best athletes practice. And in our stores, you come to our store at 9:30, you'll see, 20 to 50 to 70 people role play and practice how they're speaking to each other on whatever skill set they want to learn, whether it's the greet, whether it's the close, whether it's the how can I help you find the right bed. And I think that just elevates our experience. And I'm proud, our surveys for our sales team is like a 95% professionalism. So we ask a very specific question, and these people are awesome. They're really, really awesome. And that's so important. I think I've said it for years, and I got to really see it larger than ever in these last couple of years is when that relationship, when that salesperson and that customer, whatever that customer need is in that relationship, our salesperson's the salesperson, the customer service agent, they do everything for them. So we cater the complete experience. You have one person to go through from beginning to end. Everybody loves that as a customer. And but once that's done properly, man, they don't go back. They'll say, no, I'm only waiting for Sarah. I'm here for Sarah. I will wait until Sarah. They'll come back and shop whenever Sarah's working. Think about that of, wow, that's a powerful experience. They're not going to shop for furniture unless Sarah's in the building or they're doing it with Sarah. I hear those stories all the time.
Yeah, I love hearing that, that it's a connection, it's family. Like you said, it's family company. You even said we have 2,500 family members,
Totally.
not employees. You didn't say that once. So that's, I love hearing that, Andrew. And AJ, it's good to hear Andrew talk about the role play. Our own vice president of sales, David Bailey, really relies on role play with some of our sales associates. Awesome. So it just keeps people sharp, and it just makes people learn something new, objections, and just keep you on your game. So that is awesome. Andrew, the 50th is coming up next year, 50th anniversary of the company. Anything planned that you can share? You got to go big on that one.
It's going nuts. It's going nuts. So, so our roots are Miami, obviously, here in South Florida. So our old TV commercials were like Miami Vice, like really cheesy, but very memorable commercials. So we're going to do some throwback. I'm not sure if you guys have seen the Miami Heat throwback, creative they've been doing, but we're going to be doing some old school Miami Vice neon throwback, huge party, DJs probably in a lot of stores. The offers will be insane. We're very big on partying and enjoying ourselves. So please God, the world will be back to normal next August. But just celebrating the last 50 years. So it's going to be a huge party. That's what I'll say.
I love it. Hear that, AJ? I think we just celebrated our 10-year, right? We got
nice.
We like to party here too at Starista.
Now that we know Andrew, I hopefully will get invited as well.
Oh yeah, I got to come down, and that'll be great. Andrew, as some of the new products that you've been putting out, did you kind of have to add more home office furniture? You kind of already had that going.
We had that going, but we definitely made it better. You got to go after home office. You got to make sure you're covered, you know, in the living room, the dining room, you know, and the patio has been more important than ever right now. So yeah, we definitely tighten up our lineup. So get bigger and better. That's just part of our continuous improvement thing for sure.
Andrew, what's kind of a pet peeve you have about marketing or the furniture business in general that really drives you crazy?
I think there's a few aspects of our marketing that we're still not there when it comes to, you know, really applying good data to solving our problems and making sure we're making good bets, right? So I think we can step up our game in some of those areas. So, you know, maybe not a pet peeve, but just like want to get more analytical and less gut and feel. You got to have both. I'll never say the gut feel is never going to be there. But I would love to be as analytical as possible. We're still not there in some of our channels.
And what does kind of data mean for you from a retention perspective? How do you, as you said, people are usually buying sofas and beds only once in a while. So how do you kind of keep them engaged once they buy a sofa from you today so they remember your brand?
Yeah, so I think we're constantly trying to you know, improve our personalization, whether it's be on the website through email. So I think that'd be the first one. You know, if you buy a mattress today, let's not send you a mattress email tomorrow. But you know, trying to improve on all those aspects. It's harder when you're talking 4 years out. You know, but I think it's where we're at is really trying to get more better in the next 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. But I think, you know, that's where a percentage of our marketing is pure brand. Like if you see our TV commercials right now for the holidays, we talk about our Florida King. It's this cute little story about our Florida King's, by the way, like 40 or 50% bigger than the California King. Little knock to the California King, you know, saying that Florida's better. But so you know, we have cute stories like that to just keep our brand. Even if you're not in the market, we want to make sure you're aware of our brand. You're engaging with our brand on social. We're sending you catalogs and inspiring you. You know, we believe our customer data shows us our customers are always shopping. My wife is always shopping. She might have bought a new dining table, but we need to keep advertising her, keep sending her new product looks. Think of us first. So there's a lot of different channels we use for a lot of different methods, but I think allocating a good chunk for branding is how we stay relevant whenever that customer then eventually has a true product need.
And Andrew, Ajay asked you about a marketing pet peeve or a pet peeve within the furniture industry. A signature question we have here on the Marketing Stir is a LinkedIn pet peeve. So you're the president of City Furniture. I would imagine people are constantly reaching out to you on LinkedIn to get your attention. Hey, buy this, buy this, buy this. What is a pet peeve that you hate about that? And also on the flip side, what is a message that you respond to?
Yeah, so I might just, my volume of contacts might go through the roof right here. But so first off, I respect like great salespersons out there. I really do. I think what I hate is when they don't know who I am and they put something in the message that clearly shows, you know, they didn't even take a second to really realize who they're speaking to. Sometimes, right now I'm getting asked to open up franchises. I'm like, I own a furniture business. I'm like, or would you like to own your own business?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm already good.
Wow, you didn't even know. Now that might be an extreme example, but I would just say, just take another 2 or 3 seconds to really understand who you're talking to, you really should take the appropriate time. And I think there's a lot of us out there will interact, and I do when it's done right, when it's personalized, when it's authentic. I will definitely entertain or make sure my team entertains a cool potential opportunity. But that'd be some of the ones coming to mind.
Well, see, I'm one of the lucky ones that we're connected, so I love it.
Yeah,
So, and Andrew, just as we wrap up here, you mentioned the wife, the family. What have you been doing? What do you do for fun? You still golfing?
Yeah. So my kids are 3, 4, and 5, and so
wow.
Yeah, sleeping's tough. So,
Yes.
going through a pandemic's been, very exhausting. So, just spending time in family dinners. My kids are playing sports now, so just watching that has been, amazing. My oldest is getting into golf, so that I'm trying not to be a helicopter dad and push him. So I'm like praying he actually likes golf. I still play golf, but
Nice.
But I don't need much, just some good old family time together, and man, that just gets the juices going, the energy back flowing.
And now I don't know this, but are your uncle and dad still involved in the business around?
So my uncle actually passed in 2001, but my father's still heavily involved, and but he's put 49 years of hard work. So I'm trying to take all the work off his plate, so he can help focus on the vision, the finding that future growth for us, and and our new properties and opportunities that we have. So, but he's an unbelievable mentor to all of us in our entire companies. And I really think it's a blend of both. Like, we got the young, youthful talent. He's got the amazing expertise and history, and together we make a really awesome team. I really like what we got going.
That's awesome. That's great to hear. Sorry about your uncle, but I love what you're doing. Your father, I know, is proud. Keep up the amazing work, Andrew. And this has been awesome. Go to cityfurniture.com. That's Andrew Koenig, the president of City Furniture. I am Vincent Petrofessa. That's Ajay Gupta. This has been another episode of the Marketing Stir. Thank you. We appreciate you listening, and talk soon.
Thanks for listening to the Marketing Stir podcast by Stirista. Please like, rate, and subscribe. If you're interested in being a guest on the podcast, email us at themarketingstir@stirista.com. And thanks for listening.